We're live.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Anarchy Among Friends Roundtable Discussion, episode 12. Adventures in
Holy
Statisland.
shit.
Right?
We've done
12.
12 of these now.
12.
Oh my
Who
god.
the hell has kept us on the air for
I don't
this
know.
long?
How the fuck have we not been black bagged yet?
I hear helicopters.
It's because we have a pet fed.
That's what it is. It's because we have a pet fed who is not with us today.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's tired.
He's our guardian angel.
Well,
he's tired and needs
yeah,
some sleep.
Yeah, I think some of that's emotional exhaustion because he was teaching a 15-year-old to drive today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. He
Yeah.
deserves a freak. As someone with two 15-year-olds, he deserves a medal.
Right?
That's right.
That's enough to make you want to wash your mouth out with fucking buckshot right there, dude. And pull a Kurt Cobain.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah,
before we get too far into this, let's go ahead and say that we are covered by the BIPCOT no government license. That is BIP.COT, which allows for the use of this podcast by anyone and everyone except for feds and the agents thereof, exception being mailman and our pet fed Kev. So as you can see, we are a little light tonight. Mark is not joining us. He's got some personal stuff going on, and Melissa is trying to get her little anarcho babies to go to bed.
Yep.
Which, if you're an anarcho parent, you know how difficult that is.
Yes, especially because they're in a slightly unfamiliar environment. Not totally, but it's not their natural habitat.
Well, it's all right. It's all right though. We got the A team. We got Dan and we got the double D's, Dan and Derica.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
And I'm just over here playing moderator.
I got the double D's all on my own.
Hey.
Hey.
The pet fed has some pets too.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So
gotta have something to keep that guy at fucking bay. He gets wound up real quick.
Yeah.
it's just he starts getting wound up and you're like, yep, he'll be,
that's right. Works like a
That's one thing I love about Kevin though. He's a passionate guy, man.
not just passionate, he's intelligent and passionate.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a good combination.
He's intense.
You know,
that is a very good combination.
And just for the record,
yeah.
I just want him to know that he is very, very much appreciated, and his perspective is appreciated. And like, I don't want him to ever think that like we think like less of him because he's like a government employee.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Because I love Kev like
he'll
a brother.
Appreciate
you know what
it
I mean?
though, because and he'll appreciate that. He sometimes feels a little bit like he doesn't maybe fit in super well.
Oh, it's not even.
Well, he is new to this.
Yeah, but I don't even look at it like that. Like,
he is new to that, new to the ideas.
Just because somebody doesn't share my exact same philosophy on things doesn't mean that I don't like respect people. You know what I mean?
Right.
What? You mean you're not a Puritan? You don't want to throw people out of helicopters for disagreeing with you?
Yeah, no.
What kind of lame ass crazy anarchist are you? Fucking commie.
Well,
not an argument.
If I want to throw anybody out of a fucking helicopter, it's a Puritan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can land on their wall.
Fucking anarcho. No. I was gonna say Quakers, but that would give a bad. Like,
no.
Maybe they'll get impaled by their fucking pragmatism.
We don't want to. Yeah.
So, yeah, we're short today. So,
don't talk about my height.
You're not short. You can.
How tall are you, Dan? How tall are you, Dan?
I'm 5'7". I'm like
really?
Average, yeah.
Oh.
Well, only because I had spinal.
See,
I had spinal fusion surgery when I was 14 years old. So
you're taller than Castro. You're all right.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I have my beard is more full than his is or was.
Right. That was one of the weird things about Midwest Peace and Liberty Fest was, like, I totally I don't know why my brain focused on this, but I had a totally different idea of how tall everybody
Yeah,
was.
right. Yeah.
That's because you can only see
shocked
this.
me.
You can only see this of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like Paul Gordon is shorter than I thought he was. Andrew Merrick is taller.
Yeah.
Adam Williams is the exact same height as me, and I thought he was taller. And you know, and I'm 5'9". I'm a big woman.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was a little bit. It was a little strange. See, and Jeremy's just a little taller than I thought he was going to be. So,
Yeah.
you know, that was like the thing I focused on was, I don't know why, because I'm fucking crazy and that's how my brain works.
I know a gorgeous woman that's 5'9".
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan. Thank
Well,
you.
yeah, you too.
Ouch. Oh.
No, yeah, tall doesn't mean that you're fucking Bigfoot, for God's sake. You know, tall girls unite.
The only thing I worry about with tall girls is like, you know, you mouth off to them and shit, and they'll put your fucking video game controller on top of the refrigerator where you can't get it and shit. Or they'll like put you at like arms like fucking distance, like hold you at top of your head like a fucking basketball, and like you be swinging
at them.
Yeah, yep.
I love that.
That's all right.
Swinging for the fences, hitting nothing.
I'm 6 foot, Dan. I got your back.
Nice. My man.
Are you really, Jason?
Yeah.
You might graze a nipple or something, you know what I mean? But
oh shit, Jason, you said 6 foot. You're about to start getting some nudies in your Facebook Messenger.
I sure hope not. I'd have one pissed off female on my hands if I did.
If I stand on top of my boyfriend's dildo, I'm 6 foot. I think you guys missed that one. Sorry.
I heard some of it. I heard enough to laugh.
No, I said if I stand on top of my boyfriend's dildo, I said I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, we're live, Dan. The whole world just heard that.
Oh shit, son of a bitch.
You should have said if I stood on my stack of memes,
wait,
I'd be like 6'5".
Right.
No, wait. I think it might. I don't know. I should probably check my pronouns.
Funny shit. So, Jason, were you talking about a woman?
We're not gonna go there.
Oh
okay.
shit.
All right.
So, yeah. So back on track.
Yeah.
Don't mind the blush. Don't mind the blushing a little bit.
That's
yeah,
okay.
you wanted, or that's what I was totally gonna say. I totally forgot to say it during the intro, but there will be no flag pissing during this podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, I almost bought American flag shorts.
I was
thinking about it.
Don't get
John
drunk
Smith,
and piss your shorts.
Yeah, but
John
see, that's
Smith
different.
wore a pretty epic pair at Midwest.
It's totally different.
He
showed up in them.
John Smith wore American flag shorts at Midwest Peace and Liberty Fest.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah, that's what he showed up wearing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For reference, we're talking about John Smith that runs Conspiracy Garden, as well as a bunch of other pages on Facebook.
I just want to wear American flag shorts and fucking like dump cyanide Kool-Aid in them and see if anybody will drink the fucking Kool-Aid out of my shorts. I'm sure some fucking statist will.
Hi, Paul.
That's a little weird even for you, Dan.
Hey, why
don't you just wear the shorts and go like al fresco in them, right? So your nuts can like
al fresco.
Yeah.
I've never heard that term before.
I tell you, right. You gotta have Dan in the blazer with the stars, with the Russian cap and American shorts.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I go commando, seek and destroy unit.
Right.
Rear Admiral at your fucking service.
Rear Admiral Dan, that's right.
Shit.
Are you gonna invade Super Weenie Hut Juniors?
It's fucking A, right, dude? Yo, when I found that picture of the fucking Super Weenie Hut Junior, I fucking almost like cried. I was laughing so hard.
Holy shit! And then my friends don't hang out at Super Weenie Hut Junior, like Andrew and Paul says.
I had to do it. I love those cocksuckers.
Fucking died. Oh my god.
Paul's in the chat right now, you guys.
Fuck Paul.
He thinks it should be called the Pride Cabin.
Of course.
It's a junior cabin. It's got rainbows on it, and I called you guys weenies for staying in there instead of a tent.
It was the Rainbow
It's
Pride
Super
cabin.
Weenie Hut Junior.
Yeah.
I heard he
It's
found the
Super Weenie
fucking
Hut Junior.
the smallest knot in the fucking wood and made it into a glory hole.
Oh, spicy.
Squirrels were standing behind him waiting their turn.
Fucking cedar dick motherfucker.
Holy shit, this went downhill fast.
Real fast. We're not even a half an hour in yet. Just wait. Okay, so
okay, so all right, let's get back on track.
If we ever do.
Yeah, Derek, I wanted to bring up Charlie Gard.
Yeah.
What's the latest? What's the apps?
So, well, let's go over it for anybody in our vast viewership who has
all seven viewers.
Hashtag,
we have 7? Holy shit.
Hashtag socialized medicine.
For real. Okay. So here's kind of the backstory for anybody who doesn't know. A little boy in the UK named Charlie Gard, and he has this rare genetic condition. And he's like 1 year old. I think he's 11 months old, maybe. 11
months old, yeah.
Right. And he, this condition, he's brain damaged. He can't breathe on his own. He's been on life support pretty much all of his life.
Wow.
And his parents are, like any good parents, desperate to find a way to help him. And they raised 1.8 million British pounds, not dollars, British pounds. Yeah. To through charitable, like people donated. And this was all charitable giving by people who were touched by his story and wanted to help.
Yep.
That's a shit ton of money.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what the conversion rate is, but that's well over like $2.5 million.
Yeah. Just a side note real quick. That's a prime example of voluntarism working.
Yes, it is.
1.8 million pounds is 2.321 million. So 2,321,000.
Wow.
Jeez, it's a lot of money.
That's crazy.
So they
heard of this. Yeah, go ahead. What were you?
I was saying so they raised through charitable donations. Like no governments, no force, no taxation, none of that. This is people giving money.
No force required.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
To the sum of $2.3 million to help this kid.
Right.
Also, that's a prime example that socialized medicine doesn't work if you got to fucking raise that kind of money.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. But so his parents had raised all this money because they heard about this experimental, like highly experimental treatment that was being tested in the US or wasn't even testing yet, like in the US. So they heard about it and they wanted to bring him here to try it. Okay. And so they raised all this money for that. Well, the court in the UK was like, nope, we've decided that your son is a lost cause. Wow. And you have to let him die with dignity now. You're not allowed to take him to the US for this treatment.
They ordered him to go off of life support.
Wow.
Yep. Now there was an emergency injunction and there ended up being a hold on that. But they had ordered a date for him to be taken off of life support. So this, and like I was saying pre-show, this isn't even the UK court saying we can't treat him anymore. We're not going to dump any more money into treating your son. Yep. This socialized healthcare system, we can't dump any more money into it. It's not them saying that. It's not them saying we can't we can't transport your son to the US. We can't go to all that extra expense.
Yep.
It's not them saying that. They're saying your son has to die when we think he should die.
It's fucked up.
It's not even about whether it's best for him or not or whatever, because that is so, at this point, he's got nothing to lose. His parents have nothing to lose by trying this.
Yeah, not at all.
You know what I mean? So it's not even about what's best for him, even though the court says it's about what's best for him. Death is not what's best for anybody. So, like in normal, especially a child, you always want to fight, always.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody has the right to try to live. Like this little 11-month-old kid, he doesn't want to die. No. Right? He's 11 months old. He doesn't want to die. Nobody honestly wants to die.
Right.
The courts aren't acting on his behalf. The courts are acting on their behalf.
But not even for any kind of benefit. And they're just, what they're doing is they're making a fucking example and test case out of this to flex their fucking muscles and to put all the parents in the UK in their proper goddamn fucking place below the government between the parent and the child.
Yeah, and it's kind of fucked up because you would think that if the child can't consent for itself, then it would be the next, logical
next of kin.
Exactly. It wouldn't be the state to make that decision unless, like you said, they're making a test case to show that, like, okay, your fucking consent does not matter anymore.
Right. Yeah. And especially it's what we decide. When it wouldn't cost them anything to just step the fuck aside. Yeah, and let the parents do what they want to do. It wouldn't cost the state a goddamn fucking thing.
No, it wouldn't. They got 1.8 million pounds just sitting there waiting. Yeah. To be used.
And not only that, Donald Trump, his boy.
Really?
Italy has offered to treat him.
Italy has offered, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There are the doctors here in the U.S. who are running these experiments have offered to take the fucking drugs that they are using and their treatments and take it to England to treat this little boy. And the court is still fucking saying no.
Wow.
Yeah, now, I mean, granted,
they're just making themselves look like scumbags.
Absolutely.
Well, they are scumbags.
Absolutely. I mean, and granted, it's the doctor said it's only like a 10% chance that'll work. Yeah, but 10% is better than 0.
Oh my God, if I were a parent, 10% is holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's hope.
Fucking hope.
Exactly. See?
Hell yes.
We just said that at the same time.
Just
that wavelength, my nigga.
You know it.
Any little bit helps. I mean,
definitely, dude.
Yes.
10%. If you have the money, 10% is worth a chance. If I didn't have the money, I'm getting a loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'm. If I have to smuggle through the black market, whatever. It's my child. I want to do whatever I can.
I'll go work the corner if I have to save my kid's life. Holy shit.
But see, that's the whole thing. That's a prime example of how psychopaths and sociopaths always, they're the ones that end up with the levers of power.
Positions of power.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're the ones willing to do anything and step on anyone to get there.
And they're just heartless fucks. Because I mean, like, any one of us couldn't fucking do that kind of shit and like live with ourselves.
No.
You know what I mean?
Jesus, no.
No, it's the court. The court is playing God. Is what it is. They
love to do that.
They are dictating who lives and dies in this situation. And I will tell you right now. And when that little kid dies, those parents are going to die. I don't mean like physically. I mean like emotionally, mentally.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are. Yeah. They will feel like they died. Yes.
No parent wants to bury their child.
No.
Hell no.
You know what I mean?
Boy, do I know that one. I mean, my brother passed away when he was 17.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit fucking broke my parents for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
man.
not. Yeah.
It's not the natural. It's not the natural order of things,
No, it's not.
No,
especially a baby that young. My God,
it's sad, man. It really is.
11 months. He's been fighting this whole time, you know, and
Yes.
and even on machines, there's still a limit. Right.
And see, that kind of ties into that whole loving liberal, let's kill our babies post fucking birth, you know,
that's what I was just gonna
mentality.
say.
Like the
yes, there's this like low key, but not that low key that we don't notice it, like eugenics agenda in the left.
Well, the scientific
and they've been pushing it and pushing. Did you know in like what is it, Sweden, Switzerland, someplace like that now, you can legally, doctors can help you commit suicide, doctor-assisted suicide, if you have depression.
Really?
Did you know that?
Wow. Well, I know that you can like if you're
like,
disabled
and that's on their
like
socialized.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't care what private individuals do, but they're paying for it in their socialized system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a whole
fucking agenda.
Which is a whole new series of issues. Once you become on the tax dollar, it becomes an entirely different argument, entirely different story.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my old computer science teacher, his wife was disabled, and she just actually did like a kind of like an assisted suicide thing out in Washington State because, you know, she just couldn't do it anymore, and she was having health issues, and she'd been disabled for like years and years and years. And it's like, you know, if people want to do that, that's like, you know, their deal. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say, no, you shouldn't be able to do that, because I mean, like, why let people suffer and, like, you know, not have that option? But
I think that an ethical person would say, or would say, to
but it should not be in the hands of the state
depressed,
to decide.
Right, exactly. I think to somebody who's severely depressed, an ethical doctor would say, I'm sorry, I just don't think you're in your right mind. I think that
I'd be like, go hiking
and turn things around.
Like, you know, do something.
Absolutely. It goes back to the premise of self-ownership. A person has the right to do with their own body what they wish. But you do not have the right to force others to help you do things.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, not only that, but like if you grant the state the ability to fucking be like, okay, well, we're gonna fucking assist your suicide, like they're just gonna take that and run with it, you know? Because it's like history shows that, like, that's, you know, kind of the nature of the state. You give them any kind of fucking power.
Into population control and eugenics.
There he is.
Mark!
The bearded wonder.
Hey.
What is up, Big Mark?
Hey.
About that, I forgot. I don't know. I'm here.
We understand.
That was the best excuse I've heard in a long time.
That's all right, brother. We got you.
Solid.
Hey, you know we're not on air, right?
No, we are live.
Yeah, we are. We're live.
Oh, okay. Sorry about
the because I'm subscribed to the channel. So.
Okay.
I got the
off air here.
No,
it says live here.
It says live. I got the stop broadcast button in front of me, and I am watching the YouTube feed.
Yep.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I did it. I got it right, Mark. That's 2 times in a row now.
We're proud of him.
You're the man.
He gets
I totally spaced this shit.
We understand, dude.
Jason's merit badge is in the mail.
What's that?
I said Jason's merit badge is in the fucking mail.
Yes.
I entered
more than a merit badge. Win anarchy for the day, Jason.
That's right. And the great thing is that he doesn't have the doggo fucking, you know, threatening the wire situation over his place. So
yeah, that's true. I had the gay frogs chewing on my internet.
Yes.
Damn frogs.
All right, well, I think we can end the show now. That just won the fucking whole entire.
Because they didn't have the water filters. They buy my water filters.
That's what it is. You need to run your internet cables through a water filter to keep the gay frog out of it.
Nice.
It's the fucking chemtrails making the frogs.
I mainline fucking super male vitality right into my Johnson every morning. Fucking breakfast of champions, dude.
Fucking.
Is that how all the snakes in the sewer system started turning gay?
Right.
Is that
Actually,
how they got on the motherfucking plane?
Going on the gay fish thing. I actually read an article from the Independent, I think it is, in the UK, about how people are flushing their birth control pills.
Oh yeah,
and it's making the fish gay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different chemicals in the water. Like I was reading an article about atrazine that causes not only gender change but like homosexuality and like sickness in like amphibians and fish.
Well, and I've been saying for a long time, and it's not just people flushing pills. Like this stuff, these synthetic hormones, they exit a woman's body through, her kidneys, right? And she pees all these hormones out. And then it's not just women though. Factory farming does this too. All the synthetic hormones that they use in factory farming.
Well, they got
and the
soy.
groundwater is just severely tainted with all these fucking like manufactured hormones. And it's not surprising that
and horse man.
But you have facts, so we'll just call you a conspiracy theorist and fucking disregard everything you just said.
Right.
Yeah, not to.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I didn't want to sidetrack that.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What was that, Derica?
I love that you fucking keep that right next to your computer so you can put it on at a moment's notice.
It's on my windowsill right now.
But I bet you he doesn't have electrical tape over his fucking computer cam.
No, actually, I have a piece of. I have a piece of cardboard.
My man.
That you can plug down.
Nice.
No, I have a
official.
I have a high definition camera that I plug in USB.
Nice.
So, well, I'm telling you, I'm on it.
Word of advice for all the amateurs out there: cover your computer cam.
Yep.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
Well.
Never mind.
Well, we leave our computers like on the dining room table pointing towards the walls, like because the dining room table's in the corner of the living room. So we leave it pointing towards, like, the computer cameras point towards the windows. And unless you sit down in front of it, it can't see shit.
But then they reflect, the sound waves bounce off and reflect. And it picks them up anyway.
Yeah, well, I bet.
Not me. Mine's pointed straight at the workbench.
Yeah. Well, whoever's listening in on my house, let me know how you handle your fucking headaches. I'd like to know. Okay? Inquiring minds want to know.
Hell no, I let my shit run all the time.
I feel sorry for anybody who fucking bugs my house. I'm not even joking. Like, I feel pity for that person.
Well, I have
these boys, man.
I have like a 50-inch some Samsung. That's like the ones that, like, they say that they fucking record your audio and everything.
Jeez.
Like the total Big Brother television. And and I'm like, well, I hope they're enjoying the fucking show, because this is some pretty outlandish shit.
Right?
Nobody's come to pay me a visit yet.
Right.
So I guess it's time to up the ante.
I'm like, fuck it, whatever.
At this point, right?
Unless you're plotting like violence.
Yeah.
You're pretty low on the fucking priority list.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know.
And even when you are, they're just like, fuck it, we'll just, use that as an excuse to invade another country.
Right. Or they already think that you're just fucking some kind of dipshit, and they're like, well, we'll keep our eye on him, but I don't think he's gonna fucking go anywhere with this.
Yeah.
Or they'll just use you as a patsy.
Yeah.
Right.
This man caused the invasion of Poland.
He's responsible for the Crusades, god damn it.
I will be.
Yeah.
Only after I kill the Pope, though.
No.
This is the saddest point of the night, you guys.
Empty glass. You better call Kevin to fill that up for you.
For real.
For real.
No, I used the last of my Kahlua in this. I need to go get some more.
What were you drinking? A Caucasian?
You are so unprepared for this show.
I know.
Upper low class living, man.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
But I still have this.
Oh, so did you guys hear about that whole law in Canada that I think they either passed or they're passing, where if you use the wrong pronoun that you can be fined or put in jail.
Yep.
But it's okay. But it's okay to have sex with your house pet.
What?
Right.
Yep.
And
good job, Canada.
Their government just gave $10.5 million to a fucking terrorist that got released from Guantanamo.
Nice.
And sent to Canada. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that
my Canadian friends are fucking pissed about that.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I'm friends with from Canada on Facebook, they hate Trudeau.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that like Trudeau wins cuck of the century. Like,
for real.
The dude is like the biggest bitch.
He is. Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure he gets it like from his wife with a strap on.
Yeah.
I'm still
convinced there's anything wrong with that.
He wins.
No, hey, I mean, to each their own.
Of the century, like he wins biggest cuck of the century from like 2016 on.
Yeah.
Right, because there was Obama for 8 years.
This is true.
That.
This is true. Yeah. And he was probably like smoking crack, getting railed by Michelle. So
I'm still convinced that Trudeau is
cocaine off Michelle's dick.
Like that video in court today, the Olympic sport video in court today.
I think I missed that.
Yeah,
you need to find that one, Dan.
Yeah,
find that one.
Shit,
seriously, bro.
Yeah. Am I gonna be damaged?
No.
I think
you might damage yourself after you watch it.
That will go in the fat bank for sure.
If you've been in court for more than a week, you're already fucking damaged goods.
Yeah.
You got to be damaged goods.
That's what I thought that was part of the application process.
That's what I was going to say.
It's a prerequisite.
You're already damaged goods.
It's a total prerequisite.
I thought being friends with Dan was a prerequisite. That's where you find all the shady motherfuckers.
Well, there's that too.
Either me or Ski Mask Johnny. He's the shadiest of them all.
Or Slinky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Ski Mask Johnny.
Slinky's just like the he's like the epitome of like a absolute man whore.
Yeah.
I love the bastard though.
He's living the life.
Slinky is the meme court mascot.
He is, dude.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
The MC degenerate.
Yeah.
But yeah, find that video, Dan.
So.
It's like a step up from a hobo.
It's well worth it.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it, because like that video could be like you could put Obama and Trudeau's faces on all the participants.
Nice.
That would be good.
I'm assuming it's something. I'm assuming it's something.
That would be good with like Trump and Putin faces.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
Hey, did you guys see that video? It was like a video of like Obama and Putin and a video of Trump and Putin, and like it showed like the difference between like the body language between like the two meetings, and it was like night and day, dude. It was hilarious. I was dying. I'm like, I'm surprised they didn't like say that like there was like Russian collusion just based on the body language.
Were they like with their tails between their legs?
No, like Putin was like mad happy and shit. Like they were all joking around, and then like when he was like with Obama, it was like just straight faced, like just very stiff and like cold.
Anytime Putin was around Obama, you could feel the fucking waves of contempt rolling off of him.
He's like,
yeah, you could.
You're not a real communist.
Yeah, right.
Stop even
You're not a real man.
I would break you in half with my judo skills.
Whatever else we can say about Putin, that dude is a real fucking man.
Yeah, he is, dude.
You know what I mean?
And he's short too. He's not even a big dude. It's funny, like you would.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's pretty short, dude. But like, yeah, no, he's like a black.
I mean, I'm only like 5'8", 5'9".
He's got a black belt in judo and shit.
Yeah,
Sambo, not judo. It's a sambo, not judo.
Is it sambo? Oh, okay.
So Jason's the tallest person here.
Yeah, apparently.
It might be you, Derek.
I guess so.
No, I'm taller than Derek.
Jason's 6 foot.
Oh
my!
Melissa? Short. She's short.
Melissa's short. She's short.
Melissa's 5'3".
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
Teeny tiny.
Teeny tiny.
Teeny
tiny.
Yeah.
So
fun size. Footstool.
Oh,
yeah.
Jason, what was that fee article that you were talking about that you wanted to bring up?
I'll get just a second. Back to that Charlie Gard thing. They actually have a court hearing tomorrow to finally decide on whether or not to bring him to the U.S. It's like the final appeal sort of thing. And the parents delivered a petition to the court of 350,000 signatures.
Wow!
Asking the court to let Charlie go to the U.S.
Shit, I would have signed that if I'd known that there was.
Dude, wait, what? Fill me in here. I've been a little out of the loop the past couple of weeks.
The little kid, he's like 11 months old, and they pretty much sentenced the kid to death over in the UK.
Charlie
NHS.
Yeah. Charlie Gard.
He's got like some kind of genetic disorder, and the NHS essentially said they were going to take him off life support.
His parents raised almost £2 million through charitable contributions to bring him to the U.S. for an experimental treatment that the doctors told them had like a 10% chance of helping him.
And
at this point, I mean, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, right.
And what do you got to lose?
Let him at least try.
And the courts there in London and England said no.
They won't let him leave the country.
Yeah, they won't.
Yes,
they won't
took,
let
legal custody.
Yeah, they won't let him come to the U.S.
Off of life support.
It's fucked up, dude. But they're totally cool with hunting children on their fucking estate grounds.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
and
wow.
And his parents, Charlie Gard's parents, it's not like they're some kind of fucking deadbeats.
No,
right.
These are legit, upper middle class, lower upper class, they're classy kind of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they are fighting.
Unlike the rest of us.
Well, right.
Speak for yourself, you son of a bitch.
To help
That's right. I'm keeping it in the gutter and I'm dragging you fuckers with me.
I'm right there. I'm right behind you, brother.
Absolutely. Excellent.
Are we like Splinter and the Ninja Turtles? I mean, because we live in the sewer.
Well, what was that one?
Who's Sensei?
The one Oscar Wilde.
No, you, Derica. Remember, we've been through this last year.
I am the Sensei. That's right.
One of my
Jason.
I was gonna say one of my favorite Oscar Wilde quotes is he says, "We're all in the gutter, but some of us are staring up at the stars."
Nice.
Right. Nice.
Yep.
Love that.
My mama used to say that if it weren't for the gutter, her mind would be homeless.
Ah, nice. I agree.
That's a good one. I like your mom already.
Yeah, she was the queen of the dirty jokes, that's for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. My kind of woman.
Her and my old man would have gotten along great.
Oh yeah.
See, but my parents aren't like that. I'm not sure how I turned out this way.
Luck.
Because my parents are very.
I fully blame my father.
Christian, Republican. Yeah.
Well,
pure luck and good fortune.
We all find our own way somehow. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how we came the fuck together, right?
That's true. That's true.
Fortuitous cosmic events. That's all that it can be attributed to.
Planets alive.
Serendipitous.
Yes,
and right.
Serendipitous. I like that word. I've always liked that word.
Yeah. So.
Serendipitous.
Let's go off to a more positive note.
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Cultural appropriation.
Monster trucks.
Yay!
Oh God. This is the article I posted about, right?
Yeah. So this is from Derica's neck of the woods.
Oh boy.
My home neck of the woods.
That is Oregon.
What, Oregon?
This actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
This actually comes from Corvallis, I believe. Go Beavers.
And Corvallis is a college town.
Of
So
course.
this might not surprise anyone really
Fucking
that it's
commies.
fucking insane.
Yep. Go Beavers.
Yeah, that's where Oregon State University is. Yep.
Can I just say something really quick before we get started on this? Does anybody else notice that it's fucking seems like college campuses are like left-wing indoctrination centers?
Yeah, liberal breeding grounds. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we call them Democrat factories.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. I forget what I was watching, but there's so much. It's great because like the left and the right, it's like when you listen to the talking heads on the left, they're all like, oh, the conservative news media and the conservative machine and this, that, and the other. And then when you hear the conservative talking heads, they're like, oh, the liberal media machine and blah, 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 blah. And really, they're just blaming each other.
It's
all
like
fucking responsible for
fucking.
It's a vast blank wing conspiracy on both sides. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm telling
left wing or right wing, it's all part of the same shit bird.
Exactly.
Conspiracy theorists.
I'm telling you, the more I read, the more I learn, the more articles I read, the more I talk to people about different things. The horseshoe theory is spot on.
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
Like Republicans and Democrats are a hell of a lot closer than people think.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's
a hell of a lot closer than they think. Also.
Yep.
It seems like when one side gets more radical, the other one in a reactionary sense responds in kind.
Yeah.
And then the middle gets hollowed out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like you're left with two camps that are like totally radicalized.
Right. But they're both
like not thinking rationally whatsoever.
Somehow. Like in
terms
of,
well, I mean, fascism and communism aren't really that far apart.
No, they're really
it's
not.
just kind of, you know.
No. Yeah.
They're both
like
authoritarian,
before,
centralized systems.
I feel like fascism is more like a method. It's like how you get where your ideological leanings are.
Yeah.
To me, fascism is more about the method of taking control.
Well, yeah, not only that, but like a lot of the time, fascist movements have always been reactionary in terms of like in response to like communist movements as well.
Yeah.
Or the Jews.
Well, yeah.
The Jews.
Well, I mean, they were the ones that were originally behind international communism to Wall Street and everything. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, well, let's talk about this restaurant.
We won't get off on a tangent.
We got off on a tangent.
of liberaltopia, a Hawaii-themed restaurant owner in Oregon was forced to close down following accusations of cultural appropriation.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my!
What was it this time though?
Cloud.
Because he was white. He's not Polynesian.
Cloud Davidson opened the Hapuna Kaluna Tiki Bar and Kitchen on June 22nd. He was
Sounds
forced
like a
to
hopping place to me. I don't know why anybody would fucking bitch about it.
He was forced to shut it down just weeks later. Quote, I unintentionally made a mistake and I'm very sorry, Davidson said.
A bunch of fucking whiny, like, weak-ass bullshit. Yeah. The guy just fucking knuckled under. He folded like a wet dollar bill.
Exactly. I was just going to say.
The business owner claims he opened the restaurant because he spent much time in Hawaii in his youth visiting family who lived there. Quote, a lot of this had to do with family. This was a big part of my childhood.
Yep.
According to him, however, locals of Polynesian ancestry and the Oregon State University Asian and Pacific Culture Center criticized his newly opened venue, pointing out how he used Hawaiian name, displayed traditional iconography in a cartoonish way, and handed out Hawaiian leis to customers. Quote, I'm very sympathetic to the issues that were brought up to me, and I'm not for a moment going to tell a person of color that they're wrong for how they feel. As well as complaints about the decorations, some grumbled that the venue didn't sell authentic Hawaiian food.
Hang on. I want to go back to what the guy said, and this has been fucking.
What was he serving? So, like spam sandwiches?
Shit. Well, that's pretty Hawaiian.
It is.
Hey, spam is not native to Hawaii.
I know it isn't, but it's still
it's brought there by the military.
It's very prevalent though.
So it was brought.
They eat a lot of it.
It was brought there by the military.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So Hawaiians eating Spam is cultural appropriation of the white race.
This is true. This is true.
Yes, it is.
And can I say something really quick? You know what really fucking bothers me is that, like, you know, all these people, and it's, I don't know, I wouldn't even say like leftists, but it's just like the people that try and tear down Western civilization, right? They need to understand that, like, Western civilization is the only culture that ever fucking ended slavery for good. Like, you know what I mean? It still ended.
Yeah.
And like, we're the scumbags though, right? Like, we're the ones that are like probably the most civilized on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
But yeah, tear it down because, you know, third world countries have it so much better.
Right.
Right.
well, not only that, but I mean, to hear a liberal talk, right? They talk about all of this tolerance, right? They preach tolerance, and they preach the melting pot, right? And they preach open borders and immigrants and making this country a better place through immigration.
Yep.
Right. So, and then somebody goes off and creates a place of business that highlights one of these
many cultures,
one of these many cultures that is here in the United States, that helps make this country what it is.
Yeah.
And they force him to close down and call him a bigot and a racist. And
what it is people demand that you accept their culture, but God forbid you profit off of it. That belongs to us. Those profits belong to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a Hawaiian could have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
just saying.
And like
Hawaiian.
How many people like have come here from like other countries, you know, say Italy or China or wherever, and they stay in their own like community where they preserve their own culture. Like, you know what I mean? It's America, but at the same time they preserve their own like little niche, little pocket, like, you know, where their culture is preserved, which is fine. I have no problem with that. You know what I mean?
Which is basically like, the entire first responder community of New York, because they're all Irish.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not only that, but it's like there's a solidarity and a strength and like kind of preserving your heritage and your culture. It's not a bad thing.
It's comfortable to be around people who understand you, who understand the references you make and the foods you eat and things.
Yeah,
like,
and it doesn't mean that you can't voluntarily mingle with other cultures and other groups of people. It's like it doesn't mean that you have to just give up your own fucking shit and like submit to somebody else.
Well, now here's
considered tolerant.
Here's an argument here for nature versus nurture, right? This guy spent a lot of time in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Right. His family lived in Hawaii. He came to love and respect.
Yeah. And exactly.
And to become to live this culture while he was in Hawaii.
Right. It became a part of him.
Yeah, it's something that he chose to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not live there and kind of adopt that.
The same thing like with the girls also in Oregon, Portland this time I believe, who had their burrito business shut down.
Their burrito business, yeah.
Yeah. These ladies.
What?
I'll be back one sec.
Okay. These girls had gone to Mexico and they had basically two Mexican women who were cooking the authentic ways to make them.
Yeah.
With them. And they opened food, like a food cart, a little thing.
There's a food truck.
Right. And they got shut down because of cultural appropriation. Really? Like, I think they did it so fucking respectfully.
They did it. They did it.
Well, here's the thing.
They did it as purely as it could be done, right? They went to Mexico. They learned authenticity, right? They used authentic ingredients.
Right.
They tried to make it as true to form as they could.
Right. And they clearly hold a high enough esteem for this food to think that it's great and that other people are going to want to try it.
Yeah. That idea should be praised. Like,
yes, it should.
The fact that they went through all that themselves, I mean, that should be like, awesome, right? These people, they respect the Mexican culture. They respect tradition. They respect authenticity.
The problem is they tried to profit off of it.
Yeah.
And that's what liberals.
Well, I mean, how's that any different than somebody traveling to Europe to apprentice with a French chef,
or an Italian chef?
food?
Yeah. Well, the guy that I worked for, like right after high school, he went to Italy to learn about espresso. He had an espresso shop that he'd opened in my hometown.
Right.
Going to Italy to learn about espresso.
Espressos. That's cultural appropriation. You can't make espressos. Sorry, Starbucks. Got to close down now.
Yeah.
That rotten bastard.
Sorry. Yeah.
No. The Romans invented sandals. Sorry, Birkenstocks. You got to go out of business now.
That's right. That's right.
Really, we got to leave a lot of stuff behind then. Math, stupid math.
Yep.
Yeah.
All those fireworks that just went off on the 4th of July. No, they're all from China. Sorry.
And
Chinese fireworks. Next you can tell me the frogs are gay.
Anybody who's not Greek and wears Nikes, you're on the wrong side of cultural appropriation.
Yep.
Sorry.
Not only that, but you're a religious heretic.
That's right. Because Nike was the goddess.
Yeah, because Nike was a goddess. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a goddess of sports, basically.
Yep. Yep. So all you Christians out there wearing Nikes.
No, that's idolatry.
I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I'll just admit that every culture on Earth has some really cool shit, and we should all be able to fucking take advantage of the really cool shit from all these cultures and leave the really fucked up shit behind. Is that such a difficult concept?
Yeah, it should be welcomed, right? How are we going to progress as a species if we don't if we don't take the good, if we don't collaborate, if we don't conglomerate and make a positive advancements?
Because that's kind of the whole point. Like the engineers really don't want that. They want a deindustrialized, post-industrial society.
Division of labor.
Yeah, well, that too. Like the division of everything, really. You kind of want to balkanize the shit out of everything and just make everything kind of so divisive and controllable that it's like they don't even have to worry about anything. We'll just police each other and be at war with each other constantly, so they don't have to worry about us uniting and going after them.
Well, let's take a really simple example. Jason is engaging in cultural appropriation right fucking now by wearing eyeglasses because they were invented in China hundreds of years ago, maybe even thousands of years ago.
Yep, absolutely.
Everybody
who
wears
fucking
glasses,
bastard.
Yep, everybody who wants.
Well, really, it goes even further back than that,
right?
Unless you're like an Indian. Because really, we all use time and we all look at calendars.
That's right.
This is true. We culturally appropriated our calendar from the Romans, right? Or the Vatican.
Yeah,
well, I was going to say even further that they kind of got it from the Mayans, right? I mean, the Mayans weren't too spot on because theirs kind of ended a few years ago, right? But,
yeah. fucking losers.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, wait, though. Like the end of the Mayan calendar coincided kind of with the rise of the fucking whiny millennial SJW. So there was this theory. Shut up, you guys. I'm getting deep. There was this theory.
I got my own theory on this.
There was this theory that the end of the Mayan calendar, all it meant was that the world was going to enter a new cosmic age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe that's it. Maybe the SJWs are like the harbinger of this fucking age. Wouldn't that be fucking sad?
I don't know if it's so much that, because I mean, like if you look up the Greek.
Come on.
Greek Latin root of the word apocalypse, it means like the unveiling of truth.
Yeah.
And if you look at it like from within the past 5 years, I'd say a lot of people have like woken up, whether it's to anarchism or just like government being bad on its own, or just people having a sense of like, okay, well, we're being lied to like on a major fucking level.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Rise of the information age, people have more access.
And like it's a perfect example is like the whole fake news hashtag. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are like catching on to the fact that the mainstream media is just a bunch of lying whores.
Yeah.
So
fake news.
They really are.
Fake news. Shout out to Paul. He's still watching.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it from that perspective of like it being an unveiling of truth, I'd say it's pretty accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's deep, Dan.
But we're also entering the age of Aquarius, which is like supposed to be kind of like the like
I don't know if I'm high enough.
Degradation, like falling apart of like society. So.
Oh, that makes sense. Declan's an Aquarius.
He's a fucking that kid's a terrorist.
Probably be argued that
holy shit.
That's been happening for the last several thousand years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just want them to bring the Black Plague back.
Y'all.
No, I'm not so much into the plague. I'm more of a giant meteor kind of guy.
Me too.
I'm not. I've seen some pretty nasty diseases.
Shit. Just fucking make it quick. Rolling wall of fire engulfing the earth. I'm good.
Absolutely.
With it.
Yeah. And the other thing is just the fucking people that the shit that would go sideways in that sort of slow boil collapse type of thing. It's just I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, I know you can't really pick it or choose it, but
I'm gonna have to live through that shit.
Hey, we may get our wish, you guys. Yellowstone's had like 2,000 earthquakes in the last 2 weeks.
The caldera, the super volcano.
Oh my!
Make it happen, super volcano.
The super volcano.
Shit.
Like
That's
the thing that I worry
stuff.
about is like you guys see The Road or read the book The Road?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah. I saw that movie.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Because at one time I was, I was very prepared.
That movie haunts
for just about anything.
Like,
so I thought.
Yeah. That movie haunts me.
It is.
It bothers me from time to time.
I mean, it's a very sad movie, like both in the personal sense and in the global sense,
Yes.
Like the road got to me a little bit. Like I didn't get upset like watching that. Like I have a very vivid imagination, so I can really get into books and movies and things like that. But the road didn't affect me terribly. The book 1 second after.
Yeah.
That one fucked with me.
I heard The Road was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
1 second after that one got to me. There were points in that book where I took it and I threw it across the room.
Huh. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Viggo Mortensen's a pretty good actor.
Yeah,
I think.
He's. What did I just watch that he's in?
And he was good in that movie.
Know. But he's good in most movies, I think.
Yeah.
No, Viggo. My favorite Viggo is
Fantastic.
Eastern Promises.
No, Hildago. Hildago.
I don't know if I saw that.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But Eastern Promises is fucking great. I mean, you get to see his wang and everything.
Oh shit! I just fucking laughed mad loud. I probably just like woke up my neighbor.
Oops.
Yeah. I just laughed about a penis.
It's not just a little like quick glimpse either. Like it's a full.
Oh, here we go.
Like full naked fight scene in a steam room shower.
So you want to describe to us how many veins you saw?
Right.
We're gonna get into detail here.
Right.
Oh, please don't.
All right, kids, go to bed.
And this starts the
this is the last episode of Anarchy Among Friends.
Right.
Where'd you guys go? Well, YouTube's after.
Derek had started talking about dicks and it all went downhill from there.
Started. You're the one that brought up standing on a dildo.
That's right.
Hey, this is true.
That's right. And
Mark
my point is
I miss standing on a dildo.
I defy you to find a point in time talking about dicks. So.
Well, if you're not talking about them, you're talking to us.
You're driven by dicks?
In some way, look, we can call the people who work in Congress dicks. I mean, the world is full of dicks in one way or another. Okay? It's...
Oh, for the record, I'm not smoking crack. It's just my chillum.
It's dicky out there.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd call people in Congress cocksuckers more than I'd call them dicks. I don't know.
Now I'm thinking of that speech from Team America World Police about dicks, fuck pussies.
Yes.
And assholes just want to shit on everything.
I love that fucking movie. Yeah.
Team America, fuck yeah.
It's coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Oh.
Woo!
Fucking weirdos. God, I love you guys.
I love you guys too.
Indeed.
The feeling is mutual.
Awesome.
So.
Yes, it is.
How about we get on to some economics?
Yeah. Well, where's Melissa at?
Economics
anybody talk to Melissa?
Melissa
is stupid.
Melissa's laying her kid down. She should be here pretty soon.
Okay.
Right on.
Okay, I got one from Missouri. Missouri Governor Eric Greitens, how in the hell you say his name, said he will allow a bill that will repeal St. Louis's minimum wage law to become law without his signature. Melissa!
Hey!
What up, homegirl?
Hey, Mark's here.
Yeah.
Yep. Here, I made it. After seeing your guys' reminder. Like all 80 of them.
It took a few.
Yeah.
And yet you didn't.
It got shared around.
Anybody.
No.
Yeah.
So we were.
Well, I checked Telegram. I'm like, oh shit. Shit.
Oh fuck! Is that time again?
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. Like I set it all up, and then Melissa's like, "Oh shit, was that today?" And I'm like, "The fuck did you mean that today? Am I on the wrong day?"
No, like I thought about it yesterday, and I thought about it Friday. Today it was like 9:30, and I saw the post, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, that's right. That's tonight."
Yeah, Melissa and I talked about it this morning.
Yep.
And then this evening, she's like, "Oh, is that today?"
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Am I on the wrong day? Did I time transport?
Well, we have like so much time off in between podcast episodes that it feels like a month and shit.
It's
crazy.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
2 weeks. It's a long time.
And then it's like shit. Like, what do we talk about? So much stuff happened in that 2 weeks. Like, what do we cover?
And then we all hit the injections of marijuanas. So
yeah, we got the White Russians and the marijuanas and
right.
more. There's more cultural appropriation for you.
And I have hands free. Look, Mom, no hands. I got a fucking tripod now.
Woohoo!
Makeshift
You the
tripod.
man.
I use the IV bag stand for a fucking tripod. I use like my clip-on clip-on OtterBox thing and just clipped it on there.
It's an anarcho.
It works.
Tripod, Dan. It's an anarcho tripod.
That's right.
It's an anarcho tripod. So
DIY up your ass, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Melissa's here. So let's just jump to her article because I really wanted to cover it also.
That works.
Okay.
If you guys remember back to, I think it's episode 2 or 3, we talked about this Amish farmer being jacked up by the feds for selling a herbal health product, right? And the whole thing was about the label, right? And then
initially,
and it was a salve.
It was a salve, yeah. And then they wanted to inspect his facilities and whatnot, and he gave them the finger, the Amish finger.
But not really the Amish finger.
Yeah.
Is that made out of wood?
So, yeah. So this is
howdy doody have
hand cards, motherfuckers.
So this is this article's a week old now.
I laid this one for you, you cocksucker.
I whittled it for you. So
check out my whittle prick.
So
little prick.
So this.
Sorry.
So the guy, Samuel Groyd of Bath County, remember the old order Amish faith, was sentenced Friday to 6 years in prison for obstructing a federal agency and for making and selling herbal health products that were not adequately labeled as required by federal law.
Wow.
Oh, the bastard.
I know.
And,
fucking snake oil.
And there's not one victim. Not one single person complained about his product.
Everybody's a
No.
victim, Erica. Everybody.
Snake oil.
That's right. Society. The victim here is society.
Not only that, but over 27,000 people signed an online petition seeking for him to be released.
I feel raped.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's terrible.
Oh,
I think I
rapey.
signed that petition.
So what was he selling in terms of like herbal products?
He's making a balm, an herbal balm, and his initial
like a bath bomb.
That it was cancer. that it healed cancer.
It was products used for skin disorders, sinus infections, and cancer.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a bomb, like a BALM, not
BALM.
Yes.
not a BOMB.
Yeah.
Right.
The bomb.
Take a sec
bomb.
to remember how to spell that, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm blazed.
I detected a pause.
I had a fucking mental bomb go off there.
Right.
Brain fart. Serious one.
They had a
All right.
at trial.
Does Melissa remember what was in the bomb?
It was a lot of herbs, right? It was a lot of herbs and whatnot.
Is she still with us? She looks frozen.
I know one of the ingredients is comfrey. But so that was his initial claim, and he had sold it for 20 years. And then the FDA finally came after him, and they're like, you can't say that it heals cancer. So then he kept switching the label, and they kept not being happy about that. And then you just kept on being a target. And then they got to the point where they're like, okay, well, aside from the label, you need us to inspect how you're making it. And he said no. And then that's when the trouble really started happening. But he'd been selling the product, I think, some 30 odd years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a quote from him. It says, "I am not a creation of state government, and as such, I am not within its jurisdiction. The proceedings of the United States District Court cannot be applied within the jurisdiction of the state of Kentucky."
Mm-hmm.
One of his supporters who spoke on his behalf said, "I do not need the FDA to protect me from an Amish farmer."
Yeah, right.
Another one, same guy said, "I felt what happened here is an example of the judges making the law. What the FDA did here is an example of executive overreach in which they are choosing what Americans can put in or on their bodies. I struggle to find where the victim is in this and where the crime was committed."
Well, the crime that was committed was that fucking if he's actually really treating cancer, that's, you know who fucking pays the bills in fucking DC.
Yeah,
the pharmaceutical company.
Stepping into big pharma's territory.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, that's just more of a situation of, protecting people from themselves. I mean, maybe it does cure cancer, maybe it doesn't. I mean, if it should be up to you as an individual to say, hey, I'm going to try this shit. Maybe it'll cure my cancer. Maybe it won't. If you choose to believe it, whatever. I mean, people believe all kinds of crazy shit. The food pyramid is good for you. That the standard American diet is healthy. That will kill you in an instant. Like once the shit comes out of the cow, it turns fucking toxic.
Of course,
the goddamn marijuana's. People start shooting that, and the white women are all hanging out with the jazz musicians. That's the next thing that happens. We all know this shit to be universal truth. So
And raw honey's going to give you botulism. Don't forget. But don't
claim
I feel closer to God after
from raw honey, but go ahead and inject it in your skin for Botox because that's FDA approved.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I feel closer to God after being fucking bit by rattlesnakes in my evangelical church today. So.
Jeez.
Yep.
Did you guys?
Sweet.
Did you guys see about that?
In church with Jimmy Carter. You took the strict
Did you guys see the story about the Christian minister somewhere, I think in South Africa or something like that, and they were like touring the savannah, and he got out of the car and started running towards lions to show that God would protect him.
Oh, yeah.
And then the lions started chasing him, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And he started running away from them, and they fucking mauled him within an inch of his life.
Yeah, that was like in Zaire or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And probably several lions were shot over that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably.
Even if they weren't, though, it's like I think God has a great sense of humor if God does exist.
Yeah. Also,
I agree. No, I mean the poor lions got shot because some dude was a fucking idiot.
And
exactly.
And
that
if
shit happens all the time.
Could actually read the Bible, that would be fucking great. Because Christians were fed to lions in the Bible, so I don't think God protects Christians from lions.
I'm named after one of them.
Oh, but
the one that did survive.
That walked out of the lion's den. Yeah,
that's right.
Goddamn right.
That's right.
That's why I have the brass balls I do.
Buddy. Hey, and
Derek A.
Yeah, I'm named after nobody, and that's why I have authority over how my fucking name is pronounced, Paul.
Well, your parents are big Derek Jeter fans, right?
No.
Derek.
We love you, Derek.
Yeah, I know.
You are so getting ground glass in your next order.
I know, right?
One more quote from the article from
broken glass brittle.
Yeah. one more quote from the article. It's from Judge Reeves. Judge Reeves said that Groyd brought the trouble on himself, quote,
of course,
because he steadfastly refused to follow the law.
Oh, the law.
It's your fault for not submitting, slave.
That's right. Exactly.
That's exactly my law. My law.
Like, I wish they would stop using
you wouldn't let us violate you and your property.
Yeah, I wish they would just stop using euphemistic language and just fucking say how it is.
Obviously, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that guy probably did not vote for it, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
I would.
Amish or Mennonite?
Amish. Yeah,
Amish.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, I might actually not that I would respect government, but I might actually have a shred of respect for them if they were fucking actually honest about the fucking bullshit that they do.
Exactly.
Say how it is. You know what I mean?
Just come out and say we're subjugating you.
Exactly.
Because we profit off of it, and we'll fucking kill you if you don't fall in line. Because we want.
And it's funny because I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, taxes are pretty much like protection money. I was like, but at least with the mafia, they actually do protect you, and they actually have a code of ethics.
And they don't pretend to be good guys.
Exactly. And they won't sell drugs to your kids either.
Right.
Absolutely. Government at any level is the ultimate because I said so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's like your parents. It's like your control freak parents on steroids.
That's worse than my parents.
Right. Well, my parents weren't control freaks, thank God.
Every parent does because I said so at one point in time. If you've ever tried to convince a toddler to do something they don't want to do,
you can't reason with them.
No, you can't.
Here, let me give you a logical debate on why I don't think you should do that.
Right, and that's why and I say this is why I find government so offensive. They're not my fucking parents, and I'm not a fucking child.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of control of someone else's life belongs is when you have children, and you're responsible, actually, legitimately, ethically responsible for their health and their safety and their well-being. But the government is not. I don't fucking know those assholes.
But they want you like remain that childlike state, you know?
Right.
If it
So
benefits them.
I'm a fucking adult. I don't need a mommy and a daddy. Well, I need my mom and dad, but not, you know, they don't even try to control me like that anymore.
Is that like hashtag daddy?
Well, if you start thinking for yourself, you might decide that you don't need them anymore, and we can't have that.
No, fuck no.
Oh, of course.
That's why
you can't go against the government. That would be anarchy.
Oh no.
Not chaos, Jason. Come on.
Yep. So yeah,
So 6 years in fucking prison for
6 years in
fucking
federal prison.
Retarded, dude.
Not like a minimum security state prison or nothing like that. But 6 years.
He was actually
6 years in a federal prison for using a label that the federal government did not agree with. Little, that's it. Like how many mega sized corporations have been busted with false advertising?
Right.
You know?
None.
Who ever goes to jail for false advertising?
None.
That's what this guy.
This is a case.
That's literally what this guy is charged with, is false advertising.
Well, if he had like a lobbying firm working for him, I'm sure he'd
I was
fucking.
just gonna say it.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
But you know what?
Where's the Amish lobby?
Yeah, right.
The label was false according to the government, right? I mean, you know, like whether it cures cancer or not, who's to say?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it should be at the
according to the federal
discretion.
Absolutely, it absolutely should be up to the consumer's discretion. According to the federal government, cannabis is still Schedule 1, right?
Yeah.
There's no medical medical usage for cannabis according to the federal government.
Use. Right.
Yeah,
no
according to the federal government.
Well, yeah,
which, as we know, is all it's complete bullshit.
Absolute bullshit.
Absolutely. Is. But there's other shit that's like not even like, it doesn't even get you high, really. Like, you know, like say like ginkgo biloba or like Go-To Cola or whatever the fuck, you know, like all these herbal supplements aren't approved by the FDA.
Yeah.
No, and that's
you know
that's
what I mean. It's because they can't fucking patent them. So
that's what he was using. It was an herbal supplement.
Yeah.
He made an herbal salve and said, hey, you know, it could cure cancer.
Stop.
Yeah, well, I studied I studied like holistic medicine as a hobby, and it's like none of that shit is approved by the FDA.
No, because it's too easy for people to get their hands on without big pharma.
Yeah,
I got right here on my vitamin C. It says, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any diseases.
Right.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking vitamin C.
Listen to this.
Well, you guys, if a medicine is 1, cheap, 2, and it works, and 3, it's accessible, then it'll be 4, illegal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And how about this? Listen to this shit. So the federal government has kept marijuana, cannabis, a Schedule 1 drug, and says that it has no accepted medical use. And they recently revisited this.
Yes.
And still refused to change it. However, the FDA is working to approve some big pharma formulations with synthetic THC.
Oh, of course, yeah.
In them.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Accepted medical use.
Well, like I said, it's like if they can patent it, then they can fucking.
They came out with their product as a synthetic back in the 90s, I believe, and it works. It doesn't work for shit. Big surprise.
Yeah,
Marinol? Yeah, it's out now at Marinol. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to make it weaker, so you have to buy more of it.
All of a sudden, you know, here's the other bullshit thing about all of a sudden there's medical studies proving that it has medicinal benefits. Back in 1937, when the government pushed through the Marijuana Stamp Act, which essentially made it illegal, the AMA back in the day were fighting because they had all this research already about the benefits, medical benefits of marijuana. So it's
totally.
People want to act like, oh, doctors are just now discovering. No, doctors back in the day were like trying to stop it from becoming illegal because of that.
Well, they were selling like over the counter
back
syrups and stuff with it.
Back when they were starting to examine marijuana prohibition, right? The head of it was like the marijuana or alcohol something or other board. He sent out questionnaires to like 30 doctors. 29 doctors came back and said no, it's just fine. The one doctor that said yes, it's harmful, that's the one he brought before Congress.
Yeah.
Well, they had to get an excuse to raid those Mexican immigrant homes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a war on personal freedom, and it's a war on competition. It has nothing to do with drugs or keeping people safe.
Hello.
Here's one for you guys. Yeah, here's one for you guys. Like marijuana, Schedule 1 drug, right? The federal government says it's no, but they're freaking offering patents on it.
Well, yeah, they're working on a GMO marijuana right now.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I heard about that. How like
I forget who it was. I've read a couple articles on it.
Yeah. Big Agra.
And well, a few episodes back, didn't we have a talk about a study on marijuana, and they couldn't get the right. There's one federally approved for marijuana research.
Yeah.
Or is that on a show? I don't know.
Huh.
But
no, yeah, we did talk. Somebody brought that up where they couldn't, like, they had the government for research purposes. The federal government has like this one grow site and dispensary for research purposes, and it's complete fucking swag.
Yeah.
They can't even grow good weed.
Moldy, and they had to ship it like 6 times, and
yeah, I think that the grow's like in Alabama or Arkansas or something like that, and
pathetic.
Yeah, that's good grow.
and researchers are not able to use it because it's so crappy.
Wow. Let me in that motherfucker. I'll grow some shit for him.
Right? Weed grows naturally, like in nature. There are actual plants in the wild all over.
not
yeah,
good weed.
Only government can fuck up a natural weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Only government can fuck up growing pot.
But if you want to grow that good shit, it's a science.
Oh yeah.
I am 5 hours from the greatest natural marijuana laboratory in the United States.
Well, Jason, the second best place to grow marijuana in the United States, from what I hear, is the county that I live in, other than Humboldt County.
Hawaii is also very, 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 very good.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like mainland.
The Canadians are doing pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yep, up there in Vancouver.
Sure.
The Canadians do real well.
I'll tell you guys, my sister grows some shit that'll fucking in Oregon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I bet, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been sampling this sativa called Green Crack lately. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, that is fantastic.
Sativa's my fucking
For some reason,
jam.
I like indica better. For some reason.
See, I don't, because I tend to get like a little bit depressed from like the chronic pain and things. Sativa, I can fucking get up and get shit done.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It does.
Indica definitely gives me couch lock, like hard.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I got shit to do, so sativa's my jam.
Well, I'm saying if I don't got a goddamn thing to do, I'm all about the indica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's vacation time.
I have some edibles. I have some edibles that I got at the fest that I haven't tried yet.
Nice.
I want to. I need to do that soon.
I'm still.
Yeah, you do.
I'm still jealous you got to hang out with freaking Ben Stone.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got to come next year, and hope Ben comes next year too.
I hope.
I'm going to Anarchy though on Labor Day weekend. The whole family's going up to Anarchy. I need to get us registered. I got to do that tomorrow. But I want to speak, so I'm trying to get up to speak at Anarchy, and I'm going to be vending.
Yeah. What would you talk about?
So
I'll be right back, guys.
I want to talk about I want to talk about how a lot of times people who've already reached like these levels of awareness can get really abusive towards people who haven't. I want to talk about reaching back to bring others along the path that you trod to get to where you are, and how you have to have the right attitude. You have to treat people the right way, or nobody's going to want to listen to a thing you have to say about how being an asshole is destructive to your end,
Absolutely.
to like the end game. Like
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree completely, and I've had this conversation again and again and again with people. And there is like I don't use brutalism. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I stay away from it as much as possible. But there are people that do respond positively to brutalism.
Yeah, I think they're few and far between.
There are few, like I think it works better in a private chat as opposed to a public, because
definitely.
Other
if
people
you do that where other people can see it's going to make somebody feel really defensive.
Yeah. But like I was gonna say, when you first started talking, there is anarchism, and like when people reach a certain level of awareness and withdraw from the government and believe that they're on the moral high ground.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them, it triggers some ego and some narcissism. Because
they get very condescending.
Because they feel superior to other people.
Right.
And
people can pick up on that, and it makes them feel like you're an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
so you kind of like adopt a state of like elitism.
Yes.
See, that's what I always try and like promote. Like, don't become too dogmatic.
Yes.
Don't become too elitist. Like, stay humble about your shit. Like, fucking just focus on your own thing. Try and make a difference.
Don't become too puritanical.
Yeah, and like try and make a difference.
The best thing that we can do
with the things that you have control over in your own life, because that's the only thing you can really do.
Be fucking good to people. Be one of those people that holds the door for the lady that's carrying all the grocery bags. Be the person to help a young mom with her kids at the restaurant. You know, be the person who helps
be the good example in a world full of scumbags.
Yeah,
exactly.
Be the change. Be the change.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Oh. All right, Mark. Mark,
I'm going to talk about an Anarcon if I can get a schedule.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome,
dude.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, what's happening? Sorry.
Mark's back, and we're at about an hour and a half now, and I wanted to tackle this one last piece, you guys.
1 sec, real quick, Mark. You better show your ass at Anarcon, because it's like a fucking half hour.
Not literally. Not literally.
Well, I mean,
he might. He might.
I was gonna say
that look. The wheels were turning.
Only if you have an American flag thong.
That's right. That's right.
Don't do thongs, buddy. Don't do thongs. I
ain't gay or nothing, but I pay good money to see that.
Not a kilt.
A kilt, an American flag kilt.
A kilt would work. You gotta wear, if you wear a kilt, you gotta take some Viagra beforehand.
Yes.
Tartan tent,
fucking
baby.
Ridiculous, dude.
The fucking tartan tent.
Yeah. Right. maybe hang a pair of bells from it.
You want to see my William Wallace?
I'll admit it. I've got the curse of the Irish. And if you don't know what that is, sorry. You just have to try it and find out.
Like paint like the William Wallace like fucking war paint on your dickhead. All right, I got him too
far. Never. Can never go too far, Dan.
Well, we're still on YouTube. We're not in meme court.
Like George Carlin said, you got to find out where the line is and deliberately cross
it. Barrel straight through that motherfucker.
It's goddamn right.
Comedic genius.
Yeah, I love Carlin, man.
Yeah. All right, last article, Jason.
So, last article.
You know, it was fun. It's funny because like I just wanted to touch on that really quick. The fact that like I always admired comedians so much in terms of like, you know, comedians that were like activists as well, like you know, George Carlin, Bill Hicks and whatnot, because like you can get away with like so much more shit when you put it in a form of a joke, where it's like if you said it seriously, people would be like, I want to punch you in the fucking face right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Not only that, but you're making people think, and you're making them think.
Exactly.
Like people think about it in a more open and almost happy frame of mind if you really made them laugh about it. People
and not only that, you can expose you can expose their hypocritical nature and like get them to laugh at their own like stupidity, and like kind of like it kind of like disarms them at the same time, so they're not like combative about it.
Right, and it shows them the absurd thing. Like I think absurdity is so underrated because I think it's a really valuable tool. It
is. And it's, I mean, and I'm not saying like everybody should take that approach, because everybody's got their own approach to like activism and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what works for me, because like that's kind of like in my wheelhouse. Like that's
me too.
what I feel comfortable with. You know what I mean?
What absurdity?
And it seems to work.
Yeah. Absurdity.
Yeah.
Well, that's my life. Ridiculousness and absurdity.
Yeah.
If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
We're the ones who
used
to laugh maniacally as the world burns. Because what else?
But I mean, like I get
thanked. Put it out.
I get thanked by people every once in a while, like, you know, like, and they're like, you know, thanks for like, you know, getting me to think, but like, you know, they're like, you do it in such a way that like I'm laughing about it, and like I don't feel so pissed off about how fucking bad things are.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It cushions the blow.
I mean, it makes me feel good, because like that's not that I look for a reward out of what I do, but just like the thank you from people is like that means the world.
I think like when I'll get messages on Wolf or comments or whatnot, and it's like it kind of reinvigorates me when I get that kind of message. It's like, okay, I'm doing something positive.
Yeah.
You know, people understand what I'm trying to put out there, and that makes
it worthwhile.
Makes me feel really good.
Yeah. And not like you like do it to like look for that acceptance, but to hear that from somebody and like be appreciated is nice.
It makes me feel validated and vindicated for all the time that I spent.
Exactly.
I don't like being mean to people. I don't have the stomach for it. So I mean, like, unless somebody's really attacked me and been an asshole to me, I can't just be a dick to someone.
No.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I can get a little bit of information through to somebody and get somebody thinking about something without like pulling them through the emotional ringer.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Like, I don't like to exhaust people emotionally. I'm low maintenance. I fucking hate it when people do that to me.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a fan myself.
Well, that's why I always say, like, if there doesn't need to be conflict, then don't cause any. And like, you know what I mean? You might be able to come to a better understanding with that person that you don't necessarily agree with on everything, because we can all learn something from each other.
Right.
You know, if we keep that open mind and that open communication link, you know, there's something's good's going to come out of it. Like, I've experienced that myself. Like, you know, I've talked to people that I'm friends with that are, you know, more socialist leaning, but I don't reject them outright just because they don't share like the same outlook on things that I do.
Oh, absolutely. I have no issue with people that believe in anarcho-socialism or anarcho-communism or whatever. As long as you're not actively trying to oppress me, we're good.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. It's not my business.
And like, I've had people tell me like,
which economic system you want to live under. I don't fucking care, as long as you're not hurting me, hurting somebody else, imposing your will on others.
Yep.
We're good.
I am a huge fan of Karl Hess, Anarchism Without Hyphens.
Exactly. And it's funny because like I've had people say, oh yeah, I remember when I used to be that naive about believing that, you know, I could get along with anarcho-communists or anarcho-socialists or whatever, you know, whatever stripe, mutualists, syndicalists, whatever. And I'm like, why is that naive to think that if I've actually experienced it in my own life, just by my own interactions with people, like, that have validated like my own thinking on this? Like, it's not like I'm just fucking, it's like some pipe dream that like I wish it would happen. Like, I actually fucking do it.
Right. But there are some people. There's brutalists.
I mean, it's just a choice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some people though, some like ANCOMs, who will flat out admit that they feel like they have a right to commit violence against you if you're withholding.
Yeah, see, I can't.
Resources.
I don't agree with people like that, and like I'll debate somebody like that, but like.
Yeah, but I won't be friends with them. Motherfuckers are.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I have any friends like that because I can't agree with that.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like if you're willing to use violence to achieve your ends, then I just can't.
And they're like, oh well, you're using
like your ideas aren't that solid if you.
Right. They say, oh, you're using violence to keep me from this communal property. It's not fucking communal property. It's my goddamn property. I have a right to defend it.
Right.
And there's some that just don't, that will cross that
I
line.
don't tell them that.
It could be communal property if people collectively invest in a piece of property. Right.
That's communal property. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But it's not like it's
voluntarily.
Just, yeah, and it's not like it's just like, oh well, that's not taken, so it's everybody's.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not unclaimed resources, for God's sake. It's like these people are talking about like my home, like I don't have a right to keep people out of it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, I've heard like I don't know. I've heard a couple like ANCOMs like argue like, oh well, it's okay to steal and this, that, and the other thing, like making excuses for shit. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, those are the assholes that end up in Antifa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, even
until it happens to them. I mean, I'm pretty sure if like one of us rolled up to their house or apartment or whatever, or their car, say they're in their car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like me, I just grab them and yank them out through the window.
Yeah. How many
their car and take off?
Yeah, right.
They'd probably be pretty salty about that.
Yeah.
It's not a carjacking. It's communal sharing of the car.
Yeah. How many Antifa will give somebody else their cell phone if it's asked for it?
None. Because they're using it for the cause. It's important that they hold on to.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Instagram selfies are hella important.
So. All right, let's get to this last article, you guys.
Okay.
This is an op-ed from the Charlotte Observer by Tanya Jamison. It's fantastic. It's called "Civilians Shouldn't Have to De-Escalate Police."
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off and read a couple paragraphs real quick, you guys, and then
just the headline is bangering all by itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wheels are turning over here.
All right, so it starts off. Thank you to my friends and the people throughout the country who have reached out to show support in the wake of my potentially tragic encounter with Knoxville officer Matthew Janish. I also thank Knoxville Police Chief David Roush for coming to Charlotte to explain the decision not to discipline Officer Janish and answer my questions. I'm disappointed but not surprised. The system is broken. On May 3rd, this is May 3rd of this year. This is Tanya speaking again. On May 3rd, I was confronted at gunpoint by Officer Janish while I was putting a license plate on an SUV that I purchased from his mother-in-law the previous week. The incident occurred in her driveway, which is across the street from Officer Janish's home. Janish, who was off duty, thought I was stealing the truck. After investigating, Knoxville police determined that Officer Janish's actions were, quote, lawful and proper.
Wow.
My case is another example of how the system is broken. Although my encounter didn't end tragically, it could have, as all too many have. And then she lists Philip Castillo, Walter Scott, Michael Brown, and others. And his actions would likely have been deemed lawful and proper.
Of course.
The system is designed to exonerate police officers, not to provide justice for their victims. My incident, however, gives me a new insight into just how much the law values police officers over the citizens they are supposed to protect.
Yep.
Chief Roush said that when investigating complaints, it is essential to understand an officer's mindset to determine the facts. A mindset is not a fact.
No, it's not.
Yes. So she goes, here are the facts that Janice appeared to focus on. The unmarked cab, a black person, a duffel bag, and the license plate. Then here are other facts that he ignored. He knew his mother-in-law was selling the car. It was broad daylight. And I knew his first name, but not her last name. I offered to show him my keys, registration, and a bill of sale from his mother-in-law. These are actual facts. Officer Janice's mindset was the scenario he created in his head. His fears weren't facts. The moment I arrived at Officer Janice's mother-in-law's house, I became a suspect. And under the law, it seems that Officer Janice became the victim. He could have stayed in his house, called 911, and waited for the sheriff's department for a ride. Instead, he grabbed his weapon and came outside to confront me. Had I not reacted calmly, Officer Janice likely would have been within his legal rights to shoot me, although I wasn't doing anything illegal. My mere presence with a duffel bag was deemed a threat. In her statement, Knoxville Mayor Mandolin Rogero talked about how the extensive training officers receive an appropriate use of force in de-escalation. Asking common sense questions before unholstering a weapon should also be included in police training. I'm not sure the situation looked questionable from Officer Janice's house, but I warrant the question, what are you doing? That's exercising common sense. That's de-escalation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it
That's
goes
what they
on
used to do.
It goes on and on and on, describing the events in question. And the sheriff that actually came to her house, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Let me try to find it again. Talked about the lessons learned. I didn't overreact. I didn't get angry, so I survived. He said, my behavior is how everyone should act in these situations. Comply,
You mean
survive.
even the fucking cops?
Comply, survive.
No, they're exempt.
Yeah.
Comply, survive, and complain later.
Yeah.
But it's not natural to be accused of something wrong and not prove your innocence.
Just get on the train.
Yeah, right.
Just
exactly.
get on the train.
Yeah.
Just get off the train. Okay. Just get in the showers. Just get in the
Just give
showers.
up your gold
Okay.
teeth.
Yep.
Complain about it later.
I wanted to show him the keys or reach into my bag for the registration and bill of sale. I fought every impulse to do anything that would make him feel threatened. I didn't have de-escalation training. I'm the one being held at gunpoint.
Feel threatened, but yeah, exactly.
And I've said it before.
I'm the one thinking my life could end if he panics. Yet I'm the one expected to remain calm.
And I've said this before, the way that they tell the public to treat cops is the same way you tell people to treat aggressive dogs you don't know.
Yes. It seems that the legal system is really asking civilians to de-escalate adrenaline-fueled cops. We must remain calm while facing a loaded gun while a trained officer can panic and overreact.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. Oh, whoops. I got scared. You're the one with the fucking gun, dude. Like,
I feared for my life.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's been through the
fucking makes me sick.
Training to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center.
Uh-huh.
And this is federal cops. And I've talked to this friend of mine just casually in conversation about what the training entails. And one thing stuck out, and that was that they are trained and they are taught to escalate violence in a situation. They're taught to be violent.
I heard that like they changed
they
changed the police training, and like it was almost like I've heard that the NYPD specifically was getting direct training from like IDF, like Israeli Defense Force. Yeah. Like they were learning what is that Israeli martial arts form, Krav Maga. Yeah, but they were like learning that shit, and like they were learning like, you know, how like the Israeli Defense Force treats the Palestinians.
Absolutely. Police and law enforcement are trained to not believe you.
Yes.
Right.
Well, not only that,
and in their eyes, they are trained to treat you as guilty until you are proven innocent.
And they're trained to provoke you into violations they can get you on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The whole
the Supreme Court ruled that they have no obligation to protect you.
Duty. Yeah.
How many people are thrown in jail with the sole charge being resisting arrest?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Or disorderly conduct.
So what? I'm like,
Yeah, that's another catch.
Because I didn't want to be kidnapped, I'm being kidnapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta love it, dude.
Because I didn't do anything wrong, and I didn't feel like being kidnapped and taken away for doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And I tried to.
Well, the sad part of that is it doesn't even take actually resisting to be arrested or to. I mean, it could start out with something as simple as just not complying with, what do they call it, like not following a lawful order.
Exactly.
Is what they call it, which is basically the cop saying, "Don't sit on that bench. Go sit on that bench over there."
Yeah.
I'm sitting on this bench.
Or God,
all right,
and
you're coming with me.
God forbid.
And then you say "fuck you" and fight them.
Yeah. Yeah, God forbid, like they're jerking your hands behind your back and they hurt your shoulder and you react because it hurts. You're fucking resisting because you pulled back against them.
Yeah.
Or God, even worse, they hurt their shoulder, then you're charged with assaulting a police officer.
Yeah,
That's
right.
That's right.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
Yep, and this like you guys are talking and
people dislike them.
Yeah, you guys are talking and in my mind I just tomorrow is July 10th. July 5th, 6 years ago, Kelly Thomas was beat by Fullerton Police Department. July 10th of that year he died. So tomorrow is the 6th anniversary of Kelly Thomas's death.
And dude, if you watch that video,
like
when he cried for his dad, like
I can't. I've never gotten through the whole thing.
31 times.
It breaks my fucking soul, dude.
31 times. 31 times he asked for help from his dad and said they're killing me.
Yeah.
31.
It makes me like want to cry just like thinking about it.
He said I'm sorry 12 different times. He begged them to stop like 20-something times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the entire thing was caught on video, on audio.
Yeah. And the cops got up.
And
I was gonna say not a fucking thing happened to them.
That's what the lawyer said. The defense lawyer for the police, for the officers that were charged, the defense lawyer said again and again and again that Kelly Thomas brought it upon himself because he wouldn't comply. Like he's
beating his face in with flashlights was
flashlights
don't
and batons
in front of your face. Don't stop them from beating you, or you're refusing to comply.
Don't protect yourself.
Yeah.
Don't protect yourself.
You better get a hold of those fucking instincts, or we'll kill you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there some mental illness issues there too?
Yeah, he had schizophrenia.
Yeah.
I mean, not even of his own actions.
Right.
No.
Can I ask like an honest question?
I mean, screaming at somebody to comply while they're being tased. I mean.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan. Dan had a question.
No, I was gonna say, like, did the Nazis even treat their fucking populace this bad?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
No. I hear the gas chambers were very nice and peaceful.
And you know what kills me?
And very well appointed.
Correct. When I see these videos of police brutality, what kills me is that you can see one cop yanking on the guy or kicking him from one side, and the guy like collides from the force of the impact with a cop on the other side, and then that cop thinks that the guy attacked him, and then he fucking beats him back, and like fucking resisting. You assholes are playing ping pong with them.
You know what?
You seen that one video of the woman getting her face beaten on the highway by that one cop?
Highway,
yeah, that shit was fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah,
I think the most disturbing thing, the most disturbing thing that I see in these videos is not the beating, it's not the tasing, it's not the assaults and everything like that. It's the other officers standing there doing nothing.
Yeah,
that is true, dude.
Yeah, which is always ridiculous because I mean. To argue it from kind of, I don't know, I guess the
bad apple theory.
Yeah.
That just to say, okay, so there's one dude, right? Because they're arresting them for whatever, And then there's like 4 other cops there, either just standing around or watching or whatever. All 5 cops total, like, just like kind of hands-on restrain this person rather than beat them.
Right.
Yeah.
Dog
I can't tell you how many. If you got 5 sizable people, and there versus 1 person,
5
it's pretty easy to everybody grab a limb and not beat the fuck out. Like, I can't tell you how many times in my career as a paramedic, either me by myself in the back of an ambulance or me and my partner have handled somebody who was incredibly pissed off, wanting to kill us for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Without any weapons, without beating them, without hurting, because there is some pain and
bruises and stuff if they're
some pain compliance helps helps control people.
Right here, this nerve right here. Holy
right.
Shit. You can make
I'm not going to say that my knee was never on the side of somebody's face down. But versus them like getting up and whipping my ass. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's one guy. I mean, I'm not a small guy and I'm not frail or anything like that. But and I had no other options. I could not escalate that force other than like hitting them with an oxygen bottle or something like that. But I'm not going to do that.
Fucking shot of something and knock their asses out.
You got to get there too, and that takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
There's always that lag time that's kind of stressful.
Right.
Yeah, that's the point. Is you as a single individual, or you and your partner, 2 individuals, untrained, do not have police training. We're able to subdue these people in the back of your ambulance or whatever, and handle them
without killing them,
without killing them,
exactly,
without batons, without tasers.
And do you know why? What is the big difference? The difference is the mindset. You and your coworkers were there to help people.
Mm-hmm.
You were there to make them better, to get them to the medical attention that they needed.
Yes.
To save their lives.
Right. Well, I can't even tell you how many times beyond that it was just a matter of being patient and de-escalating the situation and calming them down.
Yeah, but
that was always the first step. Is, hey, I'm not doing anything to you against your will.
Right.
I mean, you're right here. You can walk away.
What about you never see the other cops
mindset?
You never see the other cops arrest the one cop that's like doing the fucking assaulting.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
No.
Well,
but you do see cops arresting fighters who are trying to help people in accidents on the highway.
Yeah.
I love that video.
Really here to help any of us?
Well,
I did see one video of one cop. It was like an older cop, and he was working with a younger cop, and they were both like on the beat together or whatever. And they pulled some kid over, and the young cop was giving the kid shit, and the fucking older cop was like,
it was like at a DUI checkpoint.
Something like that. And he was like, you're violating his constitutional rights. He's like, leave him alone or whatever.
But the supervisor cop came over and he's like, no,
I was like, whoa.
This man is right. He's within his rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said something about training or something like that and told the young cop to leave him alone.
Yeah.
Because it was
like,
different.
holy shit.
He came through a different police force.
Exactly.
It's just the last
probably the old
couple
training.
decades. Right.
Yeah.
It's the last couple decades where they've been trained to get extremely violent, confrontational, and to escalate situations.
Yep. I'll be right back.
The thing of it is, too, is there's even, I mean, and I'm going to tread on, kick some sacred cows while I'm walking through this quagmire here, because I like to do it.
Nice.
I love kicking
cows.
Kicking sacred calves?
Sacred calves, yeah. But Dale Brown with Threat Management,
up in Detroit,
is doing some fantastic work. And of course, the anarcho communities fucking loved him when they thought oh man, here's this guy who's advocating private police forces and all this other shit. He's not. He's really not. Him and I differ in government and policing and a lot of things, but he's actually, he was, a lot of people really freaked out on like Seeds of Liberty and a couple other shows, and everybody loved him until, you know, he started talking to some people, and I guess they figured he's not a purist, so naturally he's evil. Well, no, what this guy's doing is he's not against the police, but he is against police acting a fool the way they are. So shares and trains cops free of charge in de-escalation techniques and some of the other, you know, and like I was saying about that, you know, the hands-on restraint and things like that, they do go through some of that, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's better than shooting people, though.
Right. Simply because this guy is not saying cops are evil, all the fucking cappies and purists and brutalists are all like, fuck him. He's terrible. Yeah. He's a terrible person. He's advocating for the police.
Yeah.
You know, there was a video that I saw lately from like, yeah.
Well,
there was a video that I saw from somewhere in like, I don't know, somewhere in like India, somewhere around there. And a man walked into a police station brandishing a knife. And this all got caught on camera. And the cop that was standing right there, you know what he did? He sat his ass on the fucking counter and talked to him.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He talked to him and found out what was bothering the guy.
Yeah, the guy.
And the guy handed over the knife. The cop gave him a hug, and they got the dude some fucking help.
Yeah, the guy came.
Oh, that's horrible.
The guy came there looking for a suicide by cop, like he wanted to be wanted to be killed.
Yeah, because everything had gone wrong in his life lately, and he felt like there was nothing left for him, and he was hopeless. He was hopeless and desperate to just be dead, and exactly. And the cop just sat his ass down and stayed away from the guy. Was very non-threatening. Fucking talked to him.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes sometimes.
I would say in 90% of confrontations, that's all it fucking takes.
That's all it takes. But when you are a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So. All right.
Very true.
Well, on that note, you guys, we've been on for 2 hours now.
Yeah.
And,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Time flies with you assholes.
Hell yeah, man.
It really does.
I love it.
So.
I do. I look forward to it, even if I forget on the day of. That's what we're doing tonight.
And once again, we had another productive conversation.
Yes, good conversation, you guys. And
always. Well, cross your finger. We're going for that property, like legit. We're going to be talking.
I hope you guys get it. I hope you guys get it. Like
our house on the market.
16 acres.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
16 acres with a big old house. That's like, damn. With the creek.
We've been trying. Exactly. We've been looking to get a bigger place because, you know, 2 of the boys are teenagers now. This is only a 3-bedroom house, and the kids have to share rooms. And it's just, we have too much shit for this house. Like, we've outgrown it. This was our first home, our starter home, and we've outgrown it. And we found a place in Bowling Green, and Mark, I posted the link. And you guys have to come. We have to do like an AmFam camp out on this property if we get it. You guys have to come like next summer, and we'll do a camp out for like a week.
Fucking A.
And that'd be awesome.
Nice. Where's Bowling Green?
It's in Caroline, like just north of Richmond.
So you're moving a little further south, even.
That far.
What did you say earlier? It's like 20 minutes.
It's like a difference of 10 minutes each direction for Kevin.
Oh,
okay.
He
drives now.
Oh, that's not bad then.
I was gonna say if you guys need a guy that looks like, you know, fucking half Hispanic, half Jewish to mow your lawn, I'll do it.
All right. It's a big lawn.
I know.
No doubt.
I got plenty of music on my iPod.
He's gonna come with a lawnmower, but he's gonna charge you a lot.
Right.
Dude, I'll do that shit with like the manual joint, like the push, the manual. You know what I mean? With the fucking like multiple blades.
Oh yeah, my grandpa had one of those. I used to have to cut his grass with that thing when I was a kid.
Dude, like when we were younger, we used to drink like energy drinks and like mow my buddy's lawn with that shit. Like just go like balls to the wall.
It's like all the way across.
All right, guys.
Good times. Good times.
All right. So, all right. We are Anarchy Among Friends Roundtable Discussion, episode 12. Yes. Adventures in Statisland. Woo! Good night, guys. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.